These pedigree cattle are worth thousands of pounds each. They're the pride and joy of farmer Steve Gilliard, who took me around his farm near Fishlake today. The November floods have spread oil over his precious grazing land.
Central heating tanks in Fishlake, which is that direction. The water was that deep, they floated away and burst. All the fuel came out. All the water's come out of the village and left it dumped on my grassland. We had a man out last week from an Environment Agency. You know, that's like 7 or 8 weeks on, and that is the first person we have seen since the flood came in. That's the first person that's been down to this farm, apart from yourselves. Now we're being left to fend for ourselves, really, in my eyes. It's hard, but you've got to try and stay positive. If you don't stay positive, you won't be here.
Along the road at Foster Houses, they're used to flooding. Farmer Chris Parkinson says mining underneath his land has left his building susceptible to flooding. He feels helpless and abandoned.
Every year we're worrying about it being flooded, the property being flooded, the livestock. Are they going to be safe in the buildings? But nobody seems to listen. It's just, we just feel as though we're banging his head against the wall. That's totally it. It's just, it's not a good lifestyle at all. You can knock the place down for me now, tomorrow. Knock it down, let's go, because that's how I feel.
The government has made money available to support farmers affected by exceptional flooding, after lobbying from the National Farmers Union. But will it really help?
It has been devastating. Any flood event impacts both rural communities and the urban communities. As we can see behind us, we've got crops that have been flooded out, been underwater for a lot of time, and we've also got straw bales strewn across the fields. All of that will need to be tidied up, that land will need to be cultivated, brought back into production, and all of that will cost, and this Farm Recovery Fund is welcomed as a means to cover some of those costs.
While villagers in Fishlake talked about community spirit being a great help, farmers feel they're having to cope by themselves.
It does destroy you. I think of next year, you know, making and growing things, and it's just like, stop. And, you know, and it does destroy your feelings and families and arguments, everything. It causes a lot of problems what people can't see.
Farmers are hoping for a warm, dry summer to kick-start the recovery process, but that seems a long way off. Ian White, BBC Look North, Fishlake.
Just heartbreaking to hear that farmer turn around and say, look, knock everything down tomorrow if he could.
Some very powerful voices this week.